Up until this point, I feel that Shotaro Ishinomori has been giving us a sense of how he viewed society at the time through his eyes. Of course, we're not like seeing it as per documentary style or anything like that, but it's through the style of the story and how the story is told, and the fact that the story has a lot of political commentary to it, not to mention even a lot of just social commentary with it as well. I think the story was created back in the 70s, so a lot of social commentary does come from there. However, Volume 6, to me, is kind of a turning point, because he starts going for more so of the fiction element. Now, the fiction element has always been there, but I kind of feel he took it one step further with this volume, with the introduction of the Myutos Cyborgs. Myutos being, I'm probably butchering that saying, by the way, or that word, being the Greek word for mythos. And it's very correct for the cyborgs to be called this, because their names are based off of Greek, either it's Greek demigods or gods. You got Helena, you got Apollo, you got Atlas. I think Atlas was actually more of a titan than a god, I think. Achilles. Those were the only really named ones, to be honest. The other ones are probably here too, but they haven't revealed themselves or been named yet. And so, with that being said, do me a favor, okay? And give this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, why should you thumb this video up? Well, it'll let the YouTube algorithm know that my channel is worth watching. Alright, now let's go on with this review. Now, there's a few things I do like about this volume. First one is that Shotaro Ishinomori does address the fact that these cyborgs can be upgraded, but they cannot have any kind of powers added to what has already been gifted to them by Black Ghost. Meaning that, unlike other shonen protagonists, they cannot get any stronger than what they are, and they cannot learn any kind of new techniques. Now, they can probably come up with tactical techniques, but that's basically where it stops. The second thing I like about this is that the new designs for the Myutos Cyborgs are a breath of fresh air. Granted, majority of them are just like humanoid animal designs, but still, that's a lot better than we got with the Cyborg Man series from the Vietnam arc. I'm sorry, but those cyborgs were just fucking boring looking. Each one of them just looked like a fucking scuba diver. At least that's what I remember off the top of my head, them looking like. And yeah, they had that like weird tank thing that looked like a giant ass tick, and the like weird leech snake things too. But other than that, it was just very bleh. Just bland ass designs all the way through, to be honest. So yeah, the second thing I liked. Third is that this arc feels very grayish. Now, what I mean by this, this arc so far feels very grayish. What I mean by this is that some of the enemies actually turn out to be allies, and the two doctors that are in charge, that created the Myutos Cyborgs, Dr. Uranus and Dr. Gaia, they both have a different mindset on how they want to approach Dr. Gilmore and the 00 series. For example, Dr. Gaia just wants to destroy them outright. He believes that, okay, we should go to them, attack them when they least expect it, hit them while they're sleeping, basically. While Dr. Uranus, he's more so of a, I want to see if those cyborgs can defeat our cyborgs. And that's where, these two top heads are differing in opinion, which then makes Dr. Gaia question Dr. Uranus's loyalty to Black Ghost, which kind of turns out that Dr. Uranus really isn't on Black Ghost's side, but it doesn't seem like he's on Dr. Gilmore's side either. Or rather, that's just the feeling I got from reading this. And once again, 007 gets the spotlight because, well, him along with 009 and 003, Joe and Francois, arrive on the island first. Now, I don't know why all 9 cyborgs didn't just come onto the island, because there's enough enemies for everybody, but that's just how Shotaro Ishinomori wrote this. And we literally get to see Joe 009 fight 3 times. He wins the first 2 battles, but loses the last one. First battle is against the panther-looking Myutos Cyborg, going by the name of Achilles, who ironically gets defeated when his heel gets bitten by this little kid named Pan, who I'm pretty sure Pan is supposed to be some sort of mythological creature, but I just really can't think of its name at the moment. Yeah. I'm drawing a effing blank on it, to be honest. The second fight is against a Helena and what looks to be like a wooden horse on the outside, but it's actually a machine of death, her Trojan horse. And that fight ends with Joe showing Helena mercy, which this does come back for his benefit when he loses to Apollo. Apollo's main feature is that he can increase his internal temperature so much so that he becomes burning white, and he can release the hotness from the tips of his fingers, which act as lasers. He essentially does what Shin does to Kenshiro in Hokuto no Ken, and that is put a couple holes in Joe's body, and Joe falls into the ocean, which us readers are given what Apollo's weakness is, and his weakness is water. Which makes me wonder, will Joe know this when he faces off against Apollo again? Because I'm betting that he's going to face off Apollo again at some point in the future. And so Helena takes Joe back to his base, back to the submarine, and of course the Titan Myutos Cyborg Atlas notices this and attacks the sub. And that's actually where the volume comes to a close. So, no idea how Atlas is dealt with yet until we get to the next volume. Now, another thing that's been happening is that 007 Great Britain defeats this hippo-looking Myutos Cyborg that kind of looks like one of those dancing hippos, from Fantasia. I know it's a pretty old Disney film. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but yeah, you know, if you know, you know, okay? He disguises himself as this hippo, and Pan, they both act like they're going to bring Francois, aka 003, into the base as prisoner. But it turns out that there was a little seagull, because, you know, everything's a fucking cyborg in this series. You can't trust a single animal that's around you. A little seagull basically tells Dr. Gaia what's really going on. And Dr. Gaia pretty much figures out that, you know, they're trying to do a reconnaissance mission, per se, to see just like how many fighters, how many, you know, like what the inside of this facility is like. That way Francois can take that message, send the distress signal out, and then 009 can infiltrate into the building. But of course, before he does that, he is intercepted by Apollo, and we already know how that ends. So it makes me wonder, is the rest, or not is, but will the rest of the 00 series arrive on this island and go to rescue 003? Especially considering the fact that now 009, Joe, is knocking on death's door, essentially. But him being the titular character, I don't see him dying. No, this really is just it's just a way for Shotaro Ishinomori to make us, the readers, want to read the story further. Or at least it probably was the case when this was written week to week, month to month, or however it was written, however it was serialized over in Japan during its time. I'm just reading this to see just how creative this dude can get. Now you might be asking yourself, what makes the Myutos Cyborgs different from all the other cyborgs that have appeared in the story so far? And I don't just mean from the 00 series, but also from the cyborg men of the Vietnam arc, as well as the numbered cyborgs that predated the 00 series, you know, being 0010, 0011, 12, 13, and I think that ended with 13 or 14. Can't quite remember right now. But yeah, what makes them different? Because they're not boasting with incredible power, per se. Now, what makes them different is the fact that each one of these cyborgs uses tactics. They don't just try to use just straight up raw power. And just so you know, there's more to the Apollo fight than Apollo just becoming hotter than the fucking sun. There's much more to it. There's more strategy to that. Same thing goes with the Achilles fight, as well as the Helena fight as well. That these cyborgs, that not only are they are strong, don't get me wrong about that. They're not just strong, they're also smart. Because at the start of this arc, I believe it was Dr. Uranus who has, you know, stated that these 9 cyborgs have defeated enemies that they should not have been able to defeat. But they did so because they worked as a team. Each single one of them would essentially make up for the other's weakness. And he basically tells them, it's like, hey, y'all need to work as a team to face off against these motherfuckers. Okay? If y'all don't do that, they're going to whoop your asses. And that's essentially what happens. You know, you have Achilles that he acted alone. He got defeated. Then you have Helena with her Trojan horse. She acted alone. She got defeated. The hippo acted alone. He got defeated. Okay? Each one of them that acts alone, they've all been defeated. And shit. The only one that did not get defeated was Apollo, and I think it's more so because Apollo, it's obvious he's going to be like the final opponent per se. Like, he's obviously the leader of the Myutos Cyborgs. At least that's how I perceive it. All right, so what do you guys think of Cyborg 009 Volume 6? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well as give this video a thumbs up. That way the YouTube algorithm will know that my content is worth watching. As well as hit the notification icon. Make sure that bell is a ring-a-ding-dingin'. That way you will know when I put out another video. Also, share this video with your friends, family. You know, you think I'm pretty informative about this stuff. Or if you just think I'm a goofy looking dude and you want to have a laugh. Whatever. As long as the video gets out there, I don't care. Alright. I'll chat with you guys later.